Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you
Dillygaff Radio.
Alright, good morning everyone, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is the D Machine streaming from London, UK. This is the third episode of the African Metal and Hard Rock Show. As you know, today we're going to be interviewing that rather crazy band from Johannesburg, South Africa called Rabbid Rabbit. And featuring a lot of their most awesome music. Their interview will be coming up in around about half an hour. Before we do that, we're going to play a bunch of metal bands from Africa just to get us nice and warmed up for the awesomeness of Rabbid Rabbit. So without further ado, we're going to start off with a band called Reactor. And a song called Plus Minus. This is Dillygaff Radio, streaming out of London, UK.
Nothing much. Life is not always what
Right, there was a band called A Fate Like Yours out of Johannesburg in South Africa. With a song called Greater Good. You can check them out on reverbnation.com/A Fate Like Yours. Welcome to all the people who responded to the event on Google+. Everybody who's responded from the Facebook page and elsewhere where it's been advertised on the internet. This is Delegate Radio coming at you live from London, UK with the African Metal and Hard Rock Show. So next up we're going to check a band called Maximum Carnage out of Pretoria in South Africa with a song called Antihero.
Instrument of ultimate Hey, this is Danny.
And this is Warren
from If This Is Forever. You're listening to Dillygaff Radio with the Dean Machine.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, leave a like, and watch a video for Tragedies on YouTube.
Peace!
Right, there was a band called If This Is Forever and a song called Tragedies. I know those guys are working hard to get their new album out now, coming out this year. I'm really looking forward to it. I enjoy that band quite a bit. Up before that, we had a band called A Price on the King's Head with a song called, what was it? To Kill a King, hailing from Cape Town, that band, A Price on the King's Head. Pretty good stuff there. So we've got about 3 or 4 more songs before we kick into the interview with Rabbid Rabbit from Johannesburg, South Africa. But before we do that, next up we're going to check out a band that's been, you could call veterans on the scene in South Africa, a band called Pestroy, and a song called By His Love. This is Dillygaff Radio coming at you from London, UK.
Well, ma'am, don't worry about that because we wouldn't let him play rugby today anyway because he is under the influence of marijuana and quite frankly, he would just be too slow on the field.
Yeah, shut up.
Hey, what's up? It's Carl from Nephilim here in South Africa, and you're listening to Dilligaff Radio with the Dean Machine. Look out for our album to be released early 2014.
You're tuned to Dilligaff Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you
Dillygaff Radio.
Okay, so this is a Dean Machine streaming out of London, UK. Up before that we had a band called Brainwreck and a song called Setback. And then we featured a band called Fezray, called a song called Baby You Got It. And then we had a band called Dependency, which you just heard, with a song called Sapien. I must mention that all these bands you can check out on Facebook or Reverb Nation, and some of them on other sites. All you got to do is Google the name and you'll find them. Just been asked in the chat room about band Reactor if they have an album out called Postmodern Destruct, which is correct. They do. Really cool band that I'm sure they're going to be doing big things and great things for metal in South Africa. They're pretty good. Her eyes in the chat room tells me she has that album. Awesome. So do I. Alright, so at the moment we've all been waiting for, we're now going to play the interview I did with Rabbid Rabbit. Play a lot of their very cool songs and find out a lot more about what makes a band like Rabbid Rabbit do what they do. And after the interview we'll be playing more bands from Africa. And this is the first official interview on the African Metal and Hard Rock Show. And what a great pleasure to be doing it with friends of personal friends of mine from Rabbid Rabbit. And hopefully we'll be doing many more. I'm looking at possibly getting Metal Horizon on the next one. We'll see how that goes. But this is going to become a regular thing, doing interviews with bands from Africa and South Africa too. So without further ado, it's now time for the Rabbid Rabbit interview on Dillygaff Radio, coming at you live from London, UK, with the Dean Machine.
I am McIntyre from Glasgow. What kind of a Mac are you?
I'm a Makatini.
Makatini? Ah, from Edinburgh, I suppose.
No, from Maritzburg.
Okay guys, so tell me how, when, why Rabbid Rabbit? How the whole Rabbid Rabbit thing come about? I mean, when I see that name and I see the picture on your website, I see pictures of Donnie Darko chewing on people's heads, and I see Bugs Bunny frothing orange at the mouth, and like a rampant rabbit vibrator devouring a vagina. Am I just a pervert? Am I wrong? I mean, tell us a bit about Rabbid Rabbit.
Well, Dean, you're not far off the mark. The vaginas and orange froth sound like a serious hygiene issue that requires topical cream. So way back in 99, myself and my cousin Justin van Wyk, ex-pariah born now Calder in chemistry, started a juggernaut band called Tame Sods. We couldn't play for shit, probably one note for every song. But it was a good creative process for myself as an artist to make up things, and if it sounded good to me and it was fun to make, hey, like that's the way we do it. Unfortunately, due to us being young and dumb, it collapsed. When I moved to Joburg from Cape Town in 2004, I tried many times to resurrect the band. That failed to happen. So when I met Jeremy Van Heerden, Jeremy Awesome, he kind of showed me another way to do things. Instead of trying to do a live band, getting together for band practice and such, we started working cloud-wise, if you would, literally recording stuff and passing along to the other members to add on their bits and bobs. And so pretty much that's how Rabbid Rabbit was born. It was me putting music together, passing it on to Germany, and literally the man coming up with a whole different product to what I envisioned, but coming out so much cooler, so much more rabbit, if you will. That set the tone for the rabbit movement. From the time that we kind of got good feedback from our peers about the songs, I kind of headhunted people that I thought would be great to be part of the band. Alex Trapani, that vocalist for Ex-Conscript, amongst many other bands, a veteran in the scene. Would love to have worked with him. So a friend of Jeremy's headhunted him and got him on board. Lawrence, who works with me, knew him for quite some time. He was also a student of Alex back in Lance's college days, and Alex kept commenting on how good this kid was on guitar, and on that basis I just took it upon myself to headhunt him, check him out and see what he had. Next on the list was Logan, also Ex-Conscript, many other bands, major veteran in the movement. Really like his style, and working with technology as well. The man's really out there, up front, and such an easygoing guy and very, very quiet, but when he does things, it's high impact stuff. Orchid I met on a crappy band website, I won't mention the name, but the way we got talking was he was doing electro, I was doing industrial metal, I was trying anyway, and he came up with his own version of industrial metal, and not only was it industrial metal, but it was Afrikaans, and it was the most fucking awesome industrial metal song I'd ever heard in my entire life. And so when we got Rabbit together, I thought, yes, he's dynamic, will definitely fit in with the Rabbit mold. He, up until that point, had been working with Zurika, who was doing vocals for the electro band called Lunatic. Unfortunately, Orchid got a bit busy and the project kind of ground to a halt.
That's an interesting story, Donovan, about how all you guys got together and how you recruited all these guys to actually get this project going. I always like finding out about how bands formed and how members met. I mean, one of my favorites from back in the day when I used to read Hit Parade and Circus magazine back in Johannesburg was how James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich met just through a mutual advert in some paper, as far as I can remember. Always like asking that question. Next, your song titles and lyrics are totally fucking random. I mean, where do you get the inspiration for them, and who writes the lyrics?
Honestly, it's just that random. Give you an example. For the power metal song that we got, it dawned on me from observing SoundCloud that using spectacular names and JPEG to match the songs, when you list them on SoundCloud, got reaction. People clicked on it, obviously curious by the major exotic name, and I don't know, either cool or fucked up JPEG that you put with it. But literally once this track's made, the last thing you want to do is strain your brain and come up with a title for it. It either pops into your brain, or you just come up with the first 15 words, letters that come in your head, or whatever's.
Yeah, I kind of did the same thing on SoundCloud. It's quite a cool feature that allows you to post a different picture or JPEG, like you say, with each different song. It's kind of like the digital inner sleeve that you find on physical CDs or albums, It's quite a cool feature. What about you, Lance?
So, song titles, I basically just think it up in the last 2 seconds before I'm mixing it down, really. There's nothing really, except for Hubris of Spirit. That's the only one that really has a meaning, but otherwise, yeah.
In terms of lyrics and writing, I failed that at school, so I totally leave that up to Alex and Zerika. More than capable of doing that.
Cool, man. So, Zerika, where do you get your inspiration for your lyrics?
Well, for the songs that I contribute to vocally, I write my own lyrics. I'm mostly inspired by, things that's going on around us, like politics, relationships, anything that you don't have any control over, basically, and just need to vent about.
Cool, man. So, Donovan, tell us a bit about this. We're going to play a song now called Cyberpunk Funk. But before we do you want to maybe tell us a little bit about the song?
This is the last song I did for Tamestods, the industrial version of the band. A few months later, after I released this out of frustration, it turned into Rabbid Rabbit soon after. So that was the gateway song which paved the way for what we currently do now.
from Rabbid Rabbit. You're listening to the Dean Machine on the very exclusive Metal and Hard Rock from Africa show, hosted by the most excellent people from Delegaf Radio.
Okay, so there was a song called Cyberpunk Funk from South African band Rabbid Rabbit. As you can hear from as you'll be hearing from their music today, are very diverse in the different styles of music that they play, and we're going to be finding out what makes a band like this tick, and what makes a bunch of people get together and write all these diverse songs. So are all the members involved in the creative process and the recording of Rabbid Rabbit's music?
Yeah, all members are, whoever wants to add to a song can just add. We just kind of mix it together, you know, if someone wants to change something, that's cool. Yeah, and we just take it from there. I mean, if you don't want to, if other people want to just do it, then they can just do it. It's just complete freedom.
Fundamentally, Rabbid is a platform for the artists and members to have free reign creatively. So no, not all members are involved in the creative process or recording as such. If somebody wanted to do a techno track, for instance, we could possibly do that. The other members would check it out, and if there's something to contribute and it works out and it's cool and the rest of us agree upon it, and yeah, then it's totally doable. Then that's how you get involved. Seeing as we're not performing live as such, it's not such a it's not a pressure or a strain on anyone. It's a good way to gauge where the members are at, what the influences are, what they need to purge. Nothing more frustrating than being dictated to in terms of what you can do or what you can't do within the band. It's total free reign. It's a blank canvas. Like, have at it, you know.
Basically, every member is responsible for his own piece. So normally I get the finished instrumental material to which I add my lyrics and vocals.
I see. I kind of write music the same way. I mean lyrics, you know, I write music first and then I generally put a song title and lyrics to the music afterwards. Otherwise, you know, for me, writing lyrics first, it comes out more like poetry, and I find it really difficult putting music to actual lyrics. It's very seldom that happens with me. I fully understand that. So, as for your influences, who influences Rabbid Rabbit musically?
Metal. Well, I love lots of early death metal. Also a lot of black metal, but I won't really use much of it. Death metal is very musically proficient, so it kind of draws me to it. I also love a lot of ambient kind of stuff, and yeah, I'll try and include it if I can.
I prefer to listen to bands like Tool, Deftones, anything trippy that you can feel instead of just hear. But my personal favorite genre remains black metal, so Imperium, Immortal, Marduk, Dimmu Borgir, Old Cradle, all those like a filthy black metal bands.
Right, so you guys mentioned some really cool bands and genres as well, like death metal and black metal. I find myself listening a lot to and have been ever since the beginning. And yeah, great stuff. Donovan, my man, what do you think influences you to write the Rabbid Rabbit music?
Influences, yeah, old school. Slayer, Metallica, Wasp, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, you name it, I'm into it. I would say probably in the early 90s, stumbled upon Ministry. Totally blew my mind in terms of leaning away from just Puritan metal and, you know, taking other aspects of music or sounds and incorporating it into the metal sound, if you will. And yeah, it kind of just broadened the scope of what you can do and what you can't do. There is no can't do. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like, there's no limitation. I'm currently massively into a band called Hansel and Gretel, out of New York, which pretty much are industrial metal and who literally throw in a couple of random German phrases and words, and guess what? I suppose people, when they hear them, deem them Nazi superstars, which is fantastic because it's total bullshit. What a laugh. I'm actually going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to add in the track here for you just so you can get an idea. It's fantastic. Enjoy.
No problem, man. I'll pull that track up right now. And this is what I dig about bands like Rabbid Rabbit. Totally unique band for me, and very diverse. And in the middle of their own interview, pull up songs from other bands that they enjoy listening to. Fucking awesome. So let's check it out. This next one is by Hansel und Gretel and a song called Der Führer.
Mann und geschaukelt. Hey, der Flöten sagt der Flöten. Mit wieder straffen, die straffen, sie straffen. Neiner Strotten, Teiten der Welten. Guten Sektor, hinten, Feiten, guten Feiten. Hey!
Okay, so speaking of death metal, you guys have a song out called Death Metal 2.1, which, by the way, for all our listeners out there, you can go to Reverb Nation and search for Rabbid Rabbit and download all of their tracks for free. Death Metal 2.1 being in one of those tracks, or to their Facebook page. I'll be giving out the URLs for those a bit later. But in the meantime, Donovan, tell us a bit about this song, Death Metal 2.1.
Death Metal 2.1. Death Metal 2.1 has now become Death Metal 2.11, and literally is Lance showing off his guitar skills and drumming skills, and pretty much came up with a total winner, which was just for, I suppose, created as a fun fact on his side. But for me, mind-blowing. On my phone, I listen to it continuously. Nothing spectacular, just an awesome fucking instrumental.
Right, there was a Death Metal 2.1 from Johannesburg-based band Rabbid Rabbit, whom we are interviewing here today on episode 3 of the African Heavy Metal and Hard Rock Show. So from some death metal, we're going to move into a bit of a black metal influence in a song of yours called Hell Bunny. Do you want to tell me a little bit about Hell Bunny?
Hell Bunny literally was Lance toying around with a black metal riff and tweaking it with the editing program that we have at our disposal, which we use to record. It's a little home studio effect. And pretty much it was also Rabbit's way of pointing out to the black metal folk that we can do this too, if not better than you.
You're tuned to Dillygaff Radio.
Hello, this is Lawrence from Rabbid Rabbit and you're listening to the Metal and Hard Rock from Africa show. Enjoy.
Is it getting chilly in here, or are you wearing an anatomically correct bra?
You know, sometimes it just gets hard to smile through it when I ask you to bend down and grab your ankle.
Now we take a bar that's inherent in the system.
Alright, so on your Facebook page, you guys say that you're influenced by everything that's non-commercial. And like, you know, back in the day when metalheads used to, and headbangers used to use the devil horns to salute metal, and the bands that they listened to, they were branded as Satanists, and to this day they still are sometimes, thanks to Ronnie James Dio. We love you, man, rest in peace. But now every motherfucker and his 3-year-old kid who aren't even into metal can stand and throw devil horns in discos and in their stupid work functions and wherever else, that and all of a sudden 20 years later it's deemed acceptable and cool, and you get every guy making his little kid throw metal horns on Facebook and all sorts of stuff. Don't that make you want to puke?
You're quite right, yeah. Metal's become very fun for the whole family kind of thing. You can always, in Britney Spears concerts, you'll see people, although they are saying I love you in sign language, and it's not the right horns, but yeah, I do want to puke. Even though a lot of younger people might not have grown up in the formative years of metal, it's still, I think, it becomes fairly obvious what metal is, and it needs to be respected, and any self-respecting metalhead, I guess, will see that.
Dean, I think you need to remember that metal's a state of mind. It's not a fashion or a culture as such. It's definitely a lifestyle. When I wake up in the morning, it's metal. When I'm going to work, it's metal. When I'm working, it's metal. Amongst other genres, I'm going to mix it up. When I mean non-commercial basically meaning your everyday Joseph in his little studio, in his garage or whatever, coming up with random crap and putting it out there. Some of that stuff's good, funny enough. It's not about the coolness or the hook factor at all. If it's good, if it works, it's awesome. I'm going to support that. And yeah, look, if every kid and his Oma want to support the same thing, you know what? So be it. That's cool. Probably 20 years from now, I'll still be listening to whatever it is. The chances that they will be very, very slim. That's the annoying thing. The passing fade, bad factor, if you will. I think that's more annoying than anything else. Pretty much the metal scene that I got into back in probably around about 89, long gone. If I go out now, like I did with my last outing with my beautiful wife Tammy, we went to the Black Dahlia out in Boxburg to go watch, I think it was the Battle of the Bands, and literally there was no support base. Nobody was there to watch. And the worst part was the other band members waiting to go on stage and play were sitting and openly criticizing the playing and the talent, but not just amongst each other, openly, so that the other artists can see it. And I'm thinking, you dumb fucks, it's your genre. How do you expect people to dig it and get into it if you yourself are knocking the snot out of it? Where's the fun factor? I don't know. It's metal for me is a personal private thing. That's where I like to keep it. The scene factor, I'd rather steer clear. If we do play live one day, guess what? You're going to get full-on professional shit. You're not going to get any of this Mickey Mouse bullshit. And if it goes commercial, dudes, that would be awesome. But you know what? It's not a factor. It's not what we're aiming for. It's not what I've geared the band for. It's purely for fun, and because I've got a creative urge, it's got to be purged,
Donovan, I've played gigs, as you know, all over South Africa. I've played gigs in London, I've played gigs in Canada, and South Africa, I must say, is the only place where I've seen metal bands stand in front of other metal bands and mock them. And I've got to say, it's so unprofessional, and fucking wankers stand there and do that. They know who they are. And I've got to tell you, it's only because they're insecure about their own shit music that they have to stand there and mock other bands. And I can't believe that it's actually still going on there. Just a handful of arseholes. Everyone knows who they are, and they should be ashamed of themselves. But anyway, we're not going to stick on that subject too long. But on the subject of gigs, can you tell us, as an audience coming to one of your shows, what can we expect from Rabbid Rabbit live?
What can you expect at a Rabbid Rabbit gig? Not jeans and tackies and posing with looks on your face as if you really mean what you're playing kind of crap. which is very boring and what every South African fucking band does, you're going to expect extravaganza. It's going to be almost like a theatre workpiece, if you will. Think Ministry, think Marilyn Manson, think Karamstein thing. The bigger, the better. The point being that once we build up the support base, that look, we're not going to play every other weekend. Financially, it's not an option. We have families, we're day jobbers, we work corporate, many other factors. So look, if we do eventually put this together to go live, because there's a demand for it, it's going to be huge. It won't disappoint. It will blow your mind. It will be a sonic assault. Your senses will be overloaded, and that's a promise. That's not a threat.
You will never know until you see a show. So with us, expect the unexpected. I am not giving anything away.
Okay, so I'll be unexpecting the not expected, and I really hope to catch you guys live when you do finally do a gig, and especially to catch up with my mates Donovan and Alex Trapani, who haven't seen in ages, and be cool to meet the rest of the band too. Speaking of which, why so many members in the band? I mean, I know there's quite a few of you. Can you tell me how many, and do you all have a specifically unique function, or is it like a gang of Rabbid Rabbits?
I think we are 9 now with me. Yes. Well, you know, creative energy is creative energy. So if you put 3 people in a band with creative energy, you get creative energy times 3. So if you put 9 people in a band, you'll get creative energy times 9. I think that speaks for itself.
Yes, as members. So when we started out, it was Jeremy and myself, and in a nanosecond we went up to, God damn it, I think we're up to 9 plus now. If memory serves me, it's Jeremy Awesome on bass, Alex on male lead vocal, Lance on lead guitar, Paul Full on lead guitar, Logan Kelso on drums, Ockert van Copenhagen on synth and soundbites, Ulrika Saliers, female lead vocal, and additional live bass, Kurt, who at this point has been part of the band from the word go. I was literally on the outskirts. He's not an instrumentalist, but he's part of the ideas and the concepts, and my vision for him will be to be the on-stage entertainment, if you will. We're going to suit him up. We're going to make him do random things which will blow your mind. And on top of that, I know Jeremy's brother Donovan has contributed a couple of tracks, but not really worked with them as such. Man, there's probably more. I just can't think off the top of my head right now. But like I said, this is a forum, a platform. People are more than welcome to come and go. But please, once you're a rabbit, you forever rabbit. If you go do 15 other bands, that's cool. And if you want to fall in any point, that's cool too. There's no dictatorship in this band.
I dig that. Once a rabbit, always a rabbit. No dictatorship. Next up, we're going to check out a song called Blood, Snot and Dirty Sex. This is the Dean Machine, streaming out of London, UK, and this is the 3rd episode of the African Metal and Hard Rock Show, which is featuring Rabbid Rabbit.
I am Cornholio. I need pee for my bunghole. Yeah. Hey, would you like to see my bunghole? Ah! Burn it! Send it to hell!
as shit, monkey boy. Easy for you to say after you fuck another man's wife. You should at least have the guts to stand behind your convictions.
She's lying, Siegfried. I swear to God.
You saw the body?
Yes!
Impossible! You've got the ointment on your eyes. You can't see shit. Now, go to sleep!
Goddess Diana, fail you I will. I was to bring you fresh sperm from my bill. I had him erect, and his semen would follow, but alas, I was hot, so hot that I swallowed.
You make me so sick. Your entire havoc-inducing, thieving, whoring generation disgusts me.
Oh, now that's in poor taste.
This is Dilligaff Radio interviewing Rabbid Rabbit, the band out of Johannesburg, South Africa, on the metal and hard rock show from Africa today. Speaking with the guys, looking at some of your videos I've seen on Reverb Nation and Facebook. Where do you guys get the footage and the ideas for these videos? I mean, are you bothered about the quality of the visuals, or is it more important just to get a message across? Can you elaborate a bit on that, please?
I think that getting the message across is always the aim. Doesn't matter what you need to do to get it across. So if you can get the message across with something of substandard quality, then good for you. And if you can't, then you must try something else.
Video is essential. Currently, the things that I'm compiling are, because I'm doing them at the moment, is borrowed footage from YouTube, which is obviously not copywritten. And that's pretty much just to fill the void in the meantime, till we can get together and do proper productions and proper footage of us real time. Just distance and finances and time constraints at the moment make it impossible for us to put up proper videos at this point in time, but definitely a medium I want to use in terms of your Rammsteins and tools and the rest of it. Like you gotta go video. Give you a great example of the power of video. Skrillex, dare I say it, the dubstep superstar. Heard the name, spoke to him on MySpace before he was anybody. Came out with God damn it, I can't even remember the name of the song, but this is the point I'm trying to make. There's a little video where you got the little girl walking and you got the potential pedo following her, and when they get into the basement, all hell breaks loose when she starts doing like this magic voodoo with the fingers and shit. The point is, video will always capture your attention. And now when I hear the song, guess what? I pump the speakers because the video sold me. And that's the power of video, and that's definitely the reason why I want to go with that medium in a big way, hopefully soon.
Video killed the radio star, eh? What kind of response have you guys had online on your various different websites?
Responses from the international community has been absolutely mind-blowing. And the reason why I keep on with the band and what keeps us motivated. Generally, it's our peers, so your Reverb Nations and your SoundClouds. You got guys listening and going, dudes, don't know where you got this, but you know what? Keep doing it. It's random. It's its own beast. There's nothing quite like it. So keep on with it. Locally, unfortunately, and Facebook particularly, is not much movement. It's not a winning factor for us. That particular cyber movement. It's definitely more the internationals that are our support base. UK in a major way, funny enough, thank you. And more moderately in America. Obviously, with your social media being the way it is, we just have this massive flux and pool of resources that, you know, Rabbid Rabbit is just one in like a million billion bands that are out there. So if we get heard by you know, just a handful of internationals, we would have been happy, but it's more than that. Locally, we've spread the music around locally to people we work with, to friends, family, and it's not quite being accepted. I just feel the South African population are numb to local contributions. Unless you're Prime Circle or Barletones or one of those uber massive beasts, people aren't interested. Sad to say, but yeah, it's pretty much why we're not ready to take it live just yet. It's probably going to be lost on a lot of people, and the support will definitely not be there.
I hear you, dude. I mean, even from my own experiences of playing in South Africa on the club circuit there from mid-80s right up until the late 90s, for metal, the support wasn't... with the media especially, you know, in South Africa there was no support for heavy bands or even bands of a heavier nature, and the audiences there were, whether they were live audiences or listening audiences, they were just not interested unless you were a big name band from overseas, from England or America or elsewhere. Bit of a sad state of affairs. I believe it's still like that there now, which is pretty sad. Like I find it funny how Metallica, I mean, I know we're talking about Metallica here, but how they can go there and fill up a stadium, but our local metal bands, or some of them have great talent, can't even fill a club that takes 200 people. That sucks. So for all of those wankers in South Africa who do not support local music, this next song is for you. It's Rabbid Rabbit, and it's a song called We're All Dead.
African heavy metal show brought to you exclusively by Telegraph Radio and the Dean Machine.
Rabbid Rabbit there with We're All Dead, some killer metal there for you guys. Right, so I'll take a quote from your Facebook page. We wanna rock and save the environment. Can you elaborate more on the environment part, please?
You'll have to ask Donovan.
So literally we want to rock and save the environment. We're all family members, family men, moms, dads. We want to rock, we want to bleed on stage, we want to put out the best shit you've ever heard, like everyone else. However, we do live in a sense of major reality in terms of we all have financial constraints. We all have day jobs, we all have kids who, let's face facts, take up a lot of your time and are pretty much the winning factor in your life. So in terms of saving the environment, like, you know what, if we make music that makes your mom's jaw drop because of a lyric, that's exactly what we want. But at the same time, we're quite happy to do a protest song for the environment, for puppies. And yeah, look, we're not going to be Justin Bieber and be loaded with cash and live in a matrix where like reality just doesn't factor. That's pretty much what we mean. We're people's people. We live and breathe and poop and shit just like everyone else, and yeah.
Who doesn't want to save the environment? I think tying a metal band to something positive like saving the environment just proves how wrong our stereotype is. I mean, we are not evil, we are not bad, we're actually interested in saving the environment. So.
That's really good. I mean, I know in Reverb Nation you can donate percentages of your downloads. If you happen to sell them on there, you can donate percentages to different charities and different organizations, which is quite outstanding. And thanks again to the internet, because back in the day, for up-and-coming bands or struggling bands, that wouldn't be such an easy thing to do, and to get your money to those kind of organizations. Thanks to Reverb Nation, that's quite an achievement in itself. And speaking of achievements, what do you guys wish to actually achieve with Rabbid Rabbit?
I'm not in it for the money, I'm not in it for the fame. If I can get across a message that you cannot put into words, I have reached my goal. As far as achievements go, I think every song is an achievement.
I totally agree with you. A lot of people just take music and art for granted, and I think finishing an actual song or an album or a piece, a sculpture or a painting or anything creative really is in fact a great achievement in itself.
Well, it's pretty much just a creative platform where you can get some ideas out, start messing around with different ideas, different directions.
With Rabbid Rabbit, I wanted to not achieve, but more just either alienate or piss people off, just to get a reaction. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, we're not in for the fortune or the fame. We just want to fuck the commercial people off.
the African heavy metal show brought to you exclusively by Dilly Gaff Radio and the Bean Machine.
Alright, so that was a song called Roughneck. As you know, we're interviewing Rabbid Rabbit out of Johannesburg, South Africa today. So guys, tell me, some of you have been on the scene in South Africa for a good length of time. What's changed? What on the scene there has changed in the last 20 years?
A lot has changed. Apart from the scene kids and the plastic metal heads, the SA music scene in itself has changed in the following way. More and more bands are trying to sound like bands from abroad, which is taking away the whole SA feel and sound of music. Pestroy, Narrow, Roots, those bands still have some of the SA authenticity, so you hear them and you hear that it's South African music, which is sad for me because I don't think we should try to sound like bands from abroad. I think that the core of SA music was so unique and that bands should actually try and move back towards that sound.
I know this question was aimed more at Logan, Jeremy and Alex and the rest of the guys. Because I've been in the scene band-wise since probably 99 only, but I've been in the metal scene since 89. The music and the bands have become very, very tight. The problem for me is that everyone's looking to be a metal god and to be the next big thing out for a deal or endorsement. There's no fun factor. The energy you can see it's not an honest energy. It's not from within. It's forced because you know what? That's what's required to be noticed. What these guys aren't getting is the industry doesn't care. I remember quite vividly my first metal party was in Kraaifontein in Cape Town, or dead water shithole. But we used to have garage parties where the guys would either just DJ metal albums because of the apartheid period. You couldn't import that shit really, and if you could, it was damn expensive. So my first band that I watched was Death Orchestra. Nothing special, but guess what? It was pure, it was honest, it was fun. You snapped your neck, you hurt yourself, all in the name of fun, and you came out sweaty and bloody, but you know what? Chilled. You had a good time. No feelings of anxiety like I do now. I mean, I'm 37 now. I go to a club and you got these fuckwats that are out to cause trouble, and you know, for what? What are you trying to prove? This is coming from a guy who at a VOD show in October 95, I think it was. I went out with my mate Conradi, aka the Ninja, to a Halloween party, and I ended up with a fucking stack. I think it was Dickens stack, the bass stack. One of the speakers fell on top of me because of one of the moshes. It's either Welcome to South Africa or Your Master Puss or whatever the song was. But guess what? In the name of fun. Like, there was no bad blood. I didn't feel the need to get up and punch somebody the fuck out. I was helped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was this camaraderie, the whole middle-head factor, which is absolutely absent now in today's scene. So, yeah, look at it. It is big. The band factor is big. There's a lot of bands, a lot of participation. The support, not so much. The fun factor, for me, I don't get it. It's not proactive in the sense of kids getting into the scene. It's not a positive thing. I don't know how much more to elaborate on it actually.
Oh yeah, you dude. You know, the other day I was looking at a bunch of stuff from the South African metal scene on YouTube, and there's this guy there, one of these new little producers. He calls himself. He's also in a band, a metalcore band. He actually had the cheek to sit on there and say that Slayer and Megadeth are not metal to him. That's not metal, he says. Well, you know what? If it wasn't for those bands, your little metalcore outfit would not even fucking exist. So, you know what, dude? Shut the fuck up. Donovan, if you see that guy anywhere, please give him a fucking slap for me. What would you guys like to see changed for the metal scene in South Africa?
In South Africa, we need more venues, good, clean, honest venues, and the industry to support the talents within its borders. The guys are working hard. There's good talents. I remember the band's name, Axon, possibly. Chaps have worked with us as well, winning accolade upon accolade over in the UK, appearing in UK mags. Guys pushing day jobs, working their asses off, and guess what? You walk past them in the street, just another fuck nut like me and you, which I feel is quite wrong. These guys are deserving of recognition. You know, it doesn't matter how small, but yeah, it's a messed up situation. It's very sad.
African heavy metal show brought to you exclusively by Dillygaff Radio and the Dean Machine.
Alright, there was a song called Delusion from Rabbid Rabbit. Extremely diverse and varied music coming from this band out of Johannesburg in South Africa. I must say, rather refreshing compared to all the ogre vocal screaming bullshit you hear, that all sounds the same. This is really refreshing and different, in my personal opinion. You know, I've been releasing tracks lately, one at a time as I finish them. The last album I did one track at a time, and then kind of banded them all together as an album once it was done. And I found I had really good responses online and elsewhere doing it that way. It looks like you guys do this too. I mean, every time I look at your pages, there's a new song up, and you've got a hell of a lot of songs, I must admit, man. Is this how you'll continue to work, or will we have a full album's worth of songs all at once from Rabbid Rabbit in the future?
Well, we'll see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it's quite fun to just release it, you know, as your tracks come out. So yeah.
Why the wait? As soon as a song is finished, release it. We are living in a modern era for music too, so you're not going to a CD store to buy a CD anymore. You get most of the stuff from the internet, and you get some of it for free too. You don't need to make people wait. As soon as a song is done, release it. Keep people interested, keep people wanting more, keep people listening.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that worked a lot for me when I was doing that album. It did definitely keep people coming back to my page and commenting and keeping up to date with what was going on my page, whereas I personally am guilty of myself. If a band releases a new album, I go and have a look at their page, I have a listen, see what's going on, and then I tend to not go back there for quite some time unless they have some major announcements or something like that, or unless they release more material. I really found that a good way of doing things lately. With the internet, you know, people don't have, this world is so, behaves like it is so short of time. I mean, people are even too lazy to reply to emails nowadays, or even to posts on Facebook. It's like, hit the like button, you know what I mean? Just that'll show that some kind of response, instead of actually typing a response. The like button is probably the most abused flipping thing on the internet. I really dig your website. It's really simple and to the point, and all about the music. Is it intentional that you're keeping it that simple, or you're actually planning on expanding the website and adding more links and that kind of stuff?
Our webpage was actually sponsored to us by a company called Media Hut, which was brilliant and so mind-blowing when it happened. Still before. His family owns the company, and if my memory serves me, he took it upon himself to come up with the design. And yeah, it was wham bam, here's the link, check it out. And hey, how much better of a link do you want than www.rabbidarmy.co.za? Fucking awesome. Eternally grateful to for the contributions for the band.
Fucking awesome indeed.
I do not think we're going to add on to it. Maybe at some point when we start going live. I think pretty much the social networks provide us with the platforms to, you know, put up the links and the videos and the rest of it. So I don't think there's a need for it. The home site is pretty much what epitomizes the band. What you see is what you get. Yeah.
Cool, man. I agree. Keep it simple. Keep it fresh. I like the simplicity of it. It really kept me on the page actually longer than a page with a whole bunch of other bullshit on it did. But maybe that's just me. So tell me a bit about this song, Divine Oddity.
Divine Oddity. An oddity indeed. One of my early attempts at sampling movie quotes and mixing it with metal and with other odd sounds that I could find just randomly. And yeah, it kind of gave me the confidence to just build on and yeah, just spearhead what we're doing now.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. Third rule of Fight Club, someone yells stop, goes limp, taps out, the fight is over. Fourth rule, only two guys to a fight. Fifth rule, one fight at a time, fellas. Sixth rule, no shirts, no shoes. Seventh rule, fights will go on as long as they have to. And the eighth and final rule, if this is your first night at Fight Club, You have to fight.
Every time I see your face, I want to rip your throat out.
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
Hit you?
That's right.
What, like in the face?
Right. Like a monkey ready to be shot in the face. Face monkey. That's sacrifice. Like a monkey ready to be shot in the face. Face monkey.
Something, big fucker. Can I call you big fucker?
No, only my friends can call me big fucker.
I'm gonna rip your balls off!
All been waiting on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars. But we won't. Well, we're learning all that. Very, very historic.
Clinton went on to announce that he was changing the national anthem to Ted Nugent's Wang Dang Sweet Poontang.
You were this close to having an additional rectum.
The middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no great war. No great depression. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives. The shit that came out of this woman's mouth I ain't never heard.
My God. I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
Hey, I ought to just give you some beer. It goes right through you.
Wonderful. And while we're at it, we can light up a doobie and watch porn.
Do you want to touch my monkey?
If you ever meet Nelson Mandela, don't call him bro.
The African Heavy Metal Show, brought to you exclusively by Telegraph Radio and the Dean Machine.
There was a song called Divine Oddity by the one and only Rabbid Rabbit out of Johannesburg, South Africa. Next up, we're going to check out a song from them called The Ecliptical Mass Void of Distraction. Can you elaborate a bit on that song, please?
Ecliptical. I started working on that track in the early days of when it was just Jeremy and I passed it on him to finish. This is a perfect example of our chemistry. We totally inject humor and our stamp of tongue-in-cheek to our music, and this is a perfect example of just that. Took me quite some time to put the initial phases of it together. Jeremy, like half an hour, and we had a total winner. He's a total suck-ass for being that awesome. Well, not just a clever name, Mr. Jeremy Awesome.
No, operator, give me the number for 911.
No, you got the wrong number. This is 912.
Chilly in here, or are you wearing an anatomically correct bra?
You know, sometimes it just gets hard to smile through it when I ask you to bend down and grab your ankle.
Now we see the violence inherent in the system.
Boy, this is a lot more fun with a second person.
Mind if I smoke?
Nice girl, but about as sharp as a sack of wet mice.
Very Randy!
Earlier on I spoke about the randomness of your song titles, and Lance said that some of them just come to him at the last moment after writing a song. In the last few seconds he just thinks up anything and gives the song a name, and I can really relate to that. That happens to me a lot, and it's quite crazy the shit that comes out that comes to mind sometimes when you on the spot like that looking for a song name. And one of your songs that really stuck out when I first went through your song list was a song called Why Is the Car Overheating? Can you tell me a bit about that one?
Why Is the Car Overheating? One of my favorites amongst all the songs was total Rabbid Rabbit randomness. When the band met at Logan's house as a unit, the old Lance and Orchid got chatting because they had a similar appreciation for black metal, and we were chatting one day over WhatsApp, and Lance picked up an overheating issue with his car, and I guess Orchid was driving, but he was using his WhatsApp voice recording option, and bam, as soon as it was recorded, you had the vocals for the track. Lance went home and recorded the guitars, added the drums, and voila, there you go. 30-second downloadable track, available on Reverb Nation and www.rabbitarmy.co.za. Have at it.
What caused the overheating, Lance?
Right, you're tuned to Dilligaff Radio, streaming out of London, UK today with the Dean Machine. This is the African metal and hard rock show, and we're featuring Rabbid Rabbit out of Johannesburg, South Africa. That was a song called Why Is the Car Overheating? Really dig that. Nice and short, quick, heavy, to the point. Next song we're going to check out features Alex Trapani on vocals, and Donovan and Lance, please give him a slap, because I wish he would have been on this interview too. It would have been nice to have chatted to him. A song called Suicide Girls Have Huge Tits. I think that's what it stands for, SSHHT or whatever. Take 3. Tell me a little bit about that song.
SSGHHT, aka Suicide Girls Have Hot Tits, aka song for that suicide girl. First band get together again at Logan's house in his video. Guys are ready to roll and eager to do something. Alex put pen to paper, added the vocals, did come up with the lyrics for the track, and Jeremy recorded. Still one of my favorites. Even just the instrumental, mind-blowing, great. And also our most listened to track on Reverb Nation since posting it. And it's literally about
Am I the reason?
Suicide Girls Have Hot Tits there, featuring Alex Trapani on vocals. Alright, next up we're going to feature a song that last year on episode 2 I opened the show with a song from Rabbid Rabbit, and I also closed the show with a song called Fire, which I really like. I like the guitars, I like the drumming. It is an instrumental song. Donovan, before I ask you the final question, tell me a little bit about the song called Fire, and then we'll close off the show. It's a wonderful show that we've had with Rabbid Rabbit today.
Fire was a track Lance submitted to me that absolutely blew my mind. What I didn't know at the time was he's not the original composer of the track. Once Stephen Vessels, being Lance's guitar fretboard shredding muse, composed it. Lance literally just made it come alive his own way, his own style, and got the permission from Stephen to put it out into the cyber world for others to enjoy.
That's Rabbid Rabbit with a song called Fire. Alright, the last question I have for these guys. Do you think I am a total dumbass for asking typical questions? What should I rather ask you about when you're sitting around the laundromat, in the movie house, or your living room, or your workplace toilet, thinking about that ever elusive riff, song, or lyric that very well might be the next Master of Puppets?
Why the hell are you asking me this? I don't understand what you're asking, so stop asking these weird questions. I'm fine with the typical ones.
Okay, so here's a typical question for you. What do you guys have to say to the listeners of Delegaf Radio? Because it's been a great pleasure of ours having you on the show, playing your music, which we will continue to play in the future, and hopefully have you up again sometime to explain some more about your totally awesome songs. And we look forward to hearing a lot more from you guys. Thanks a lot, man.
Listeners of Delegaf, what I have to say is support Delegaf, love Delegaf, live Delegaf. Honest, undistorted, uncommercialistic radio. It's rare, it's brilliant, crank it loud, keep the scene alive, support indie artists, not because we're indie artists, but we've seen and observed what is out there. It's brilliant and it's untapped. Stay awesome and always keep it rabbit.
Thank you for listening and for your time. Stay true to metal, we'll keep loving it, and yeah, cheers.
Never stop listening.
Estamos estampillas buscando a cultural for you. In fact, coming up next up.
Alright, so there you have it. That was the interview from Johannesburg-based band in South Africa called Rabbid Rabbit. Gotta admit, man, I really loved listening to all those tunes, and I do play them quite often myself. Had a remarkable and great response in the chat room to this Rabbid Rabbit interview, and I hope a lot of people are actually visiting your Facebook page and your Reverb Nation page. Just so you guys know, it's R-A-B-B-I-D R-A-B-B-I-T, Rabbid Rabbit. Got to thank the band personally for making the first interview of the African Metal and Hard Rock show truly remarkable and entertaining, and one that I'll never forget, being the first one ever. I'd like to thank Sylvia Applebaum for coming into the chat room from Holland. Thanks so much for listening, Sylvia. Have a great evening. So hopefully on the next episode, on episode 4 of the African Metal and Hard Rock show, we're going to be featuring an interview with a band called Metal Horizon from Botswana, Africa. I've just been sent a message from Eyes, the boss of Dilligaf Radio, message to Rabbid Rabbit. Thank you for taking the time to be on Dilligaf Radio. We feel honored that you guys took the time to do that. So yeah, I'm busy chatting with on my phone on Facebook chat. I'm busy chatting to Ntwa Dumela Metal Riffs, the guitarist of Metal Horizon. Hopefully we'll be having those guys up on the next show for a great interview and listening to their great music.